How strong is Piccolo? The great Piccolo who trained Gohan and was always on par with the Z fighters, even surpassed Vegeta at a time, and always kept up with him. And now, let's talk the facts. That boy Piccolo was a demon. He was on straight demon time when he first got introduced. Like, he was just out here wilding. The World Martial Art Tournaments, Piccolo was just putting hands on everyone. First thing, he entered the World Martial Art Tournament and he ran through Krillin. And this is Kami, by the way. For the people that never watched Dragon Ball, this is Kami in disguise form. Kami was like that. He was putting hands on Piccolo. Yo, listen, when I say Piccolo was out here running fades, he was putting Goku through hell. It's really hard to imagine that Piccolo is the same guy who raised Gohan. Like, he was on his Frieza timing on this scene right here. He just said, nah, fuck this. Like, no one like, yo, bro, as the fight kept escalating, Piccolo just keep beating the shit out of Goku. Like, this is fucking hilarious, bro. I love Goku and all, but Piccolo was really doing it to him, bro. Remind you, this is the same man that raised Gohan, Goten, and Pan. You know, as a mother, I'm really surprised that Chi-Chi was okay with Gohan being with Piccolo. Like, you know, like, as a mother, Piccolo, she was probably very worried at the fact that Piccolo was with Gohan this whole time. Like, he was really looked as a demon. Like, you guys have to rewatch Dragon Ball. I'm telling y'all, man. Like, at this point in time, you could honestly say Piccolo was like Frieza. Well, the whole point of this video is basically to show y'all how strong Piccolo was in the beginning of Dragon Ball. These guys was already blowing up moons. These guys is farther than King Demon Piccolo, who beat Master Roshi, blew up the moon, and they're way stronger than Master Roshi at this point. Like, they're strong as fuck right now, bro. You guys have to remember that Piccolo and Goku were respected rivals and respected enemies at a point in time, and this is one of the best fights in Dragon Ball. Literally, before we get into Dragon Ball Z. Now, we about to fast forward, and I'm going to get into the scaling. No more talking, but yeah, son, I just had to... Like I always do, let's talk the facts. When Raditz first pulled up, he had a power level of 1200. He was stronger than Goku and Piccolo. So they had to combine their efforts and teamwork in order to take out Raditz, which ultimately ended in Goku's death and Piccolo killing both of them at the same time. The point is that Piccolo was able to charge enough an attack that was able to kill Goku and Raditz at the same time. That attack basically had a power level of over 1200, which is crazy. After that, Piccolo easily was defeating Cybermen like it was nothing. Like it was rice cake. I love the fact that Piccolo and Krillin was jumping Nappa. Nappa was really a threat. Even though Piccolo was way weaker at the moment, he still was able to put his own against Nappa. Piccolo fusing with Kami gave him a crazy power boost, strong enough to fight Frieza. Now, here's where things get interesting. At this point in time, Piccolo was stronger than Vegeta, Krillin, Gohan, anyone on planet Namek right now. Like, he's literally the strongest person there once he fused with Nail. I mean, of course, once Frieza went in his third form, the fight became a no-diff fight, but you always gotta remember Piccolo was just out here in the field. Like, it doesn't matter if it was an alien, android, whatever it was, he was out here. Like, my boy Piccolo out. One thing I love about Dragon Ball, even when someone severely surpasses you in power level, if they don't have their guard up, you could literally get blitzed. Like, my boy Piccolo blitzed Frieza in his final form and sent him flying with a kick. I love that part, bro. My boy Piccolo is true. Fast forward into the Android arc, and Piccolo was beating the shit out of Dr. Gero. Like, something that always had me thinking that the fact is that Piccolo and Vegeta both lost to Android 17, and they was both able to beat Dr. Gero with simple ease. So when it comes to scaling, they're not really too far from each other. Now, the second time Piccolo has surpassed the Z Fighters is when he fused with Kami. This is a very iconic moment in the story. A lot of people forget how strong Piccolo was, and really he was out here stepping. It's a very memorable scene. One thing we also have to remember, after Piccolo fused with Kami, he was strong enough to intimidate Cell before he was actually absorbing people to reach his power. So at this time, Piccolo was stronger than Cell, Vegeta, Trunks, almost all this. Actually, he was stronger than every Z fighter. He was the strongest being in the universe at this point of time, which is crazy. My boy was out here really said, I am not Piccolo or Kami. You could call me the Namek. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on Piccolo's name. Just in case everyone don't believe me, let me back out the receipts. He was so strong, Vegeta snapped out of Super Saiyan, went back to base. Just backing out more receipts. Piccolo blasted Cell, but Cell felt that and had to come recover from the bubble, proving that Piccolo was on par. Just backing out more receipts. You know, I gotta back out the receipts, you feel me? You see that spin kick? My son Piccolo was putting in work in this fight. He was rocking Cell, bro. Like, yo, he was giving Cell a run for his money on some real shit. He tried to do his best when he can. He's like, get that shit out. Now, you guys knew this was coming. This was one of my favorite fights in Dragon Ball Z. They was going blow for blow, hand for hand, feet for feet. He even made an android bleed. I didn't even know androids could bleed. But, yo, he was really putting hands on Android 17. Let's not forget how Piccolo was treating them kids. It was like child abuse to them, bro. He was treating them worse than he was doing Kid Gohan, bro. He was beating the dog crap out of these little guys. Fast forward to the Majin Buu arc. We have words from Vegeta saying that Piccolo is the same power level as the Supreme Kai, which is kind of crazy. A Supreme Kai probably had the same power level around, like, maybe close to a Super Saiyan 2, maybe a Super Saiyan 1. Remember when Piccolo killed Babidi in less than 5 seconds? Like, he didn't even think about it. Fast forward to Super, and we got Piccolo, no different Frieza. And in Dragon Ball Super, Piccolo was able to keep up with Frost in his final form, who's probably as strong as a Super Saiyan 2 at max. Yeah, Piccolo's up there, bro. He was pretty strong in Super, bro. You feel me? He was keeping up with the dogs. In Dragon Ball Super, when they was training Gohan to get his battle senses back, Piccolo made a blast strong enough to push base Goku back. Still very impressive, because you guys got to remember how strong base Goku is, basically universal. Gohan was given cover for Piccolo in the tournament of power, and this special beam cannon had enough power to knock back Namekian, who fused with his whole race, which is crazy. This is Piccolo, bro. He's really strong in the tournament of power. He was showing out. Even the Universe 6 Piccolo acknowledged his power and strength. Orange Piccolo no diff Gamma 2 like it was no joke, and Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 was stated in the manga to be as strong as Goku and Vegeta. I'm about to pull up the receipts. This is a statement from Toriyama himself, RP that man's soul, and got English and Japanese. This is an actual statement from Piccolo himself in the manga. Piccolo drawing out his latent power really made him on par. Piccolo enjoying the moment, basically saying he never knew he had this much power, and also Trunks and Goten saying they can't track Piccolo's chi no more because he has God Ki, and Goten and Trunks do not have God Ki. Fun fact, this is the 3rd time that Piccolo has surpassed everyone on Earth, and the reason why I say the 3rd time because Goku and Vegeta was not there on Earth. Well, he surpassed everyone until, you know, the GOAT came out with the Beast Gohan form and showed out, yeah. And I had to notice Piccolo and Gohan's strength wasn't too far off from each other for the simple fact that Gohan had to use a special beam cannon to kill Cell Max. As we all know, that move, when it's charged up, can kill an enemy twice his strength. Now that we got that all out the way, you could basically say Gohan, Piccolo, Goku, Vegeta were all at the same power levels. And Gohan and Piccolo are basically on par with Goku and Vegeta because Piccolo was the one who taught Gohan how to control his powers. My last piece of evidence before I end this video, Gohan blitzed Ultra Instinct Goku, and Piccolo was training him the whole time. So that speaks for itself. So now that I gathered all the evidence and showed you how strong my boy Piccolo is, where I scaled Piccolo at, I can easily push Piccolo as easily low multiversal.